When we talk about camping and survival in a tactical environment, the conversation often focuses on weapons, camouflage, or comms gear. Those things are important, but here's the truth. If you can't rest, you can't fight. If you can't stay warm, dry, and mentally sharp, you've already lost before the real fight begins. Comfort isn't a luxury in the field, it's a survival tool and one of the most overlooked parts of preparedness. Let's start with one of the smallest, simplest, yet most reliable pieces of gear that you can carry. The big lighter. There are fancier fire starters out there, ferro rods, matches, even battery-powered arcs. But the big wins on one thing: consistency. They are lightweight, cheap, and dependable in almost all conditions. Carry 2, maybe 3, and stash them in different parts of your kit. Fire isn't just about warmth. It's about cooking, boiling water, drying socks, and signaling if it comes to that. And in a tactical situation, that small spark can be the difference between a miserable, dangerous night and a warm, restorative one. Next, let's talk about sleep. The blow-up sleeping pad is one of the most underrated pieces of field gear. Yes, it adds bulk compared to just laying on the ground, but here's the deal. That thin layer of air between you and the earth keeps you warmer, reduces sore spots, and drastically improves your recovery overnight. Fatigue is cumulative. You might think you can tough it out for a night or two, but by day 3 you're slower, less aware, and making mistakes. Those mistakes can be fatal in a tactical environment. That extra inch of cushion isn't just comfort, it's a weapon against fatigue, both physically and mentally. Then there's the small camping stove, weighing just ounces. It can be an effective tool in keeping you alive. Many in the tactical world see stoves as unnecessary weight, but they pay for themselves in efficiency. A good ultralight stove can heat water or cook a meal in minutes, saving you time, conserving your fire starting resources, and letting you operate in places where a fire would be too visible or impractical. In a long-term or movement-heavy operation, hot food and drinks are worth their weight in gold for morale and body function. Now, let's add in water and food, the real lifeblood of comfort in the field. Water is your #1 priority. Without it, nothing else matters. In a tactical survival situation, a compact filter like a Sawyer Mini or a Katadyn Be-Free paired with a collapsible bottle keeps you moving light while staying hydrated. Life straws are another good option for this if there's multiple water sources near you. It could be something as a pond, a river, a stream. Depends on your area or your AO, area of operation. Boiling water with your stove doubles as purification and warmth. When it comes to food, aim for high-calorie, lightweight meals such as instant rice, pasta, oatmeal, jerky, trail mix, or freeze-dried meals if you can afford them, or prepackaged MREs. Plan meals you can make in under 10 minutes to reduce exposure time, and remember, eating isn't just fuel, it's a morale booster that resets your mental edge. Get chewy and lickies and get them Skittles in there. The key takeaway is this: comfort and rest are not separate from survival. They are survival. Your lighter keeps you warm, your sleeping pad keeps you functional and well rested, your stove keeps you nourished. Together they extend your operational window, sharpen your decisions, and keep you in the fight longer. Tactical readiness isn't just about gear that goes bang. It's also about the gear that keeps you alive long enough to use it. So I just want to add in there, guys, I have been doing a lot of overnight stays out in the woods, whether that be 1, 2, 3 days. As much as I can, I've been going out at least once a week, just surviving, just trying to survive and camp out for the night and maximize my comfort. And these three things, so the stove, using a lighter instead of flint and steel. Always have the flint and steel with you, or magnesium and a ferro rod, something like that for fire starting. But the lighter is just so much easier and better for wet conditions, cold conditions, stuff like that. But where it's the warmer months, I've been spending a lot of time just camping and out and trying to work on my bushcraft, because we can sit here and talk about guerrilla warfare all we want, but the simple fact is, for longevity, if you're staying out in the woods, you're going to have to know and have skills to make it more comfortable for you. Because I can say, especially when I first started camping, now I've been camping since I was 14 years old, but a foam sleeping pad's good, but that inflatable mattress is better. And especially if you're a side sleeper like me, on just a normal foam pad that you put down in a tent or in a hammock, it's not that comfortable, especially if you put it directly on the ground or the floor of a tent. You're tossing and turning all night. If you got bugs crawling on you, you keep waking up. Just the little stuff like that can be the difference between life and death in a tactical environment. If you're not well rested and you're already fatigued from one night of bad sleep, it is a no-go. It is not good. You want to be on top of your game as much as possible. You need to be fighting the outdoor elements, the elements of the world, as well as the elements within, that human element that wants to be complacent and lazy naturally. The only way to do this is to maximize your comfort in the field. So like I said, utilizing the ultralight stoves until you run out of gas, and then maybe having to use fire as an accessory to that to cook your food. The blow-up inflatable mattresses, I got one off Amazon that's like $25. It does really, really good. Foot pump, you don't need no electronics. You just pack it with you, and then you pump it up with your foot, and it's probably about 3 inches of depth, and it is, I wouldn't say it's as good as a real mattress, obviously not, but it's a lot better than a foam pad or just sleeping on the ground. Another thing, water. You want to make sure you have water, a way to purify that water, and a solid cooking setup aside from the stove. So you want to maximize your sleep, make sure you're getting good comfort. You want to maximize your ability to get and make food. I'm talking good food, not just prepackaged stuff, actually be able to warm it up. So the stove, all the little propane tanks, stuff like that. And maximizing the ease of use to make a fire. I also want to hit off, obviously this is not a full survival guide that will come out later of what exactly is in my ruck for longevity and stuff like that on longer, like 2-week FTX missions. However, these are the things I found through trial and error that I really do need. Simple as that. You've got the list. I've said it about 4 times. Stove, lighter, pack the flint and steel as well. But if you can get 100 uses out of a big lighter, that's 100 uses of fast, quick, and easy fire without having any hassle whatsoever. It's good to have knowledge of the woods and the terrain, but it's also good to have modern tech. Now, my 16-year-old self would be kicking me in the butt right now, to be honest with you, because I was one of those. I'd go out with a knife, some paracord, and a tarp, and just try to live off the land. But you simply can't do that in a real-life tactical environment. To operate in the real world, you need to bring some stuff with you to make it more comfortable. Because a well-rested soldier is a good soldier, and a fatigued soldier is really a liability. So like, comment, subscribe. Au revoir. A bientôt. See you next time on the mountain. God bless you. Peace out.